Welcome, agents, to Strain 39-GFL of the 0 Point Report, a broadcast all about the news surrounding the Secret World IP. Today is April 1st, 2021, no joke, and I am your host for this evening, Ocho. With me tonight, we have Waffle.
Hola.
Hey there, two-ton Waffle. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. Having a spirited discussion with...
Hey, it's all good.
It is
and
all good,
we have Jimmy the Rabbit.
Heyo.
Hey, Jimmy, how are you doing?
I'm doing.
And currently, I am standing in Agartha with Dreaming Wolf and company, trying to basically prank everybody. I'm 100% certain that this is an April Fool's Day prank. Saying that there is a secret spring chicken title that you get for doing the funky chicken with 10 people in a circle in Agartha. Which sounds plausible, but is 100% probably a
I'm calling shenanigans.
Yes.
This one legend is not true.
And now I'm the group leader? How did it... Oh, no. Okay. They just disbanded. That's cool.
Oh, yeah, that happens. Mikey?
Yes.
Did you read the message in Discord?
No. Discord messages. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got that. Got that all set up.
Yeah, I think he was kind of distracted for the past 20 minutes.
It wasn't that long.
There we go.
No, when we get into discussion with the MCA and Twitch,
10 minutes.
I had it written up. I just needed to hit the button.
I know. That's what I was trying to output.
Gotta send out the tweet. So welcome, agents. Always happy to have you along with us.
You know, generally speaking.
Generally speaking. Having a show on April 1st. It's, I don't know. Did you guys get any good pranks today? Did you make any good pranks today?
No.
I haven't done that in a long time.
I know.
I mean, I have some legendary ones, like legit legendary. I quit my job once in April Fool's joke. That was pretty great. I just walked in and told my boss I quit. Deadpan. It's like, yeah, it's not working out. I'm gonna have to. He's you could see like the color drain from his face.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, okay.
The panic ensues.
Well, we're gonna need a couple of weeks. We gotta get you to like train somebody. And then I was just like, April Fools. I started to walk out the door.
And he's like, you're fired.
And he was still, his brain hadn't caught up yet to what I had said. Like he was still going through the motions of like what he was gonna have to do. Like as I leave the room, all of a sudden you could just hear the wheels like stop.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah. Wait.
And then like he was like, no takebacks. Like that was probably the single best one I think I've ever done is to just straight up walk into the boss's office and deadpan quit my job. That takes either a lot of confidence in the fact that
a lot of comfortability. Yeah. You have to really be
that they need you and aren't just gonna fire you for being
right. Yeah, and they're not
going to say
like,
okay.
You're like I quit, and they're just like, okay, peace out.
See ya.
And then you're like, I was just joking. They're like,
wait. Yeah,
we're not. Yeah,
yeah. Like it takes a lot, either that or like not a lot to lose, right?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You just like don't care. In my case, I think it was just confidence at that point.
But it takes
one of the two.
Yeah.
To just do that. That's my single. I can't top that. How do you top that?
That's a pretty good one.
I can't top that. I'm still working at that company.
Because it works so well, basically.
It's been like 23 years. I'm still at that company.
Because all you're trying to do is you're just trying basically to just put someone off their game for like a couple of minutes, basically.
Yeah. I did prank. I don't know if it was April Fool's. I did prank someone pretty good. I think on their birthday before. But yeah, that's gotta be the best April Fool's I think I've ever done. There was one I did, which was really simple that didn't like the payoff didn't happen until like for months. I don't even think I think only the April Fools. I think it was like around Halloween. You ever unwrap like mini Kit Kats like so carefully that like the package isn't destroyed?
Yeah.
Like you can slide the foil out, you can unwrap it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing that at work and randomly realized that like a ketchup packet was the same size as the Kit Kat. So I just put the ketchup packet in the foil, folded it back up, put it in the thing, and put it in the bucket. And I completely forgot. Like a month and a half later, I come in on Monday morning, and they were like talking about how like over the weekend they opened a Kit Kat and there was a fucking ketchup packet. And I was like, "Holy shit! I forgot I did that."
You're like, I did that.
And like legitimately, it wasn't like out of maliciousness. I literally used to try and unwrap them really carefully. And I had like a fucking In-N-Out ketchup packet. It was like in California, like sitting next to me on the desk from like lunch or something. And I was like, "Holy crap, this is like the exact same size." It was just like a, let's see if this fits. Oh wow, that actually is like the weight's right. Like, well, that's cool.
Right, you're like, haha, April Fools, and they're like, it's October. And you're
that's
like, yes,
cool
but
that's a long con.
It's a long con, yeah, exactly.
You're like, but I set that up in April, and for that,
yeah, but yeah, nothing really beats the quitting your job one. That's a joke. Like I think that's probably, I don't think I'll ever top that. That was pretty great. I will say I'm a little sad. I'm a little sad that there was no like Secret World, like April Fool's update this year.
If only
because I was
the
really
same way.
Spoiled because of the Rosenbrawl one.
Yeah,
there was so much fake stuff, but so much of what looked to be fake was actually true. Like I mean, I don't think they can top that either. Speaking of like not topping April Fool's pranks, like I guess Conan Chop Chop, should it ever come out, will eventually be one of their best April Fools.
Yeah, when it eventually comes out sometime.
Because that was amazing. That was amazing that like an April Fool's joke was a real game, right? That was a good one too. Like they're pretty good at it. But
simultaneously, like I sometimes feel like they were like, haha, take a look at this, and people were like, yo, that looks fun, we want that. And they were like, well, shoot, we already have a whole bunch done with it to make this.
No, they actually already had it. It was already in development.
Okay.
Like it is one of the things where some of us, I remember at the time talking about it, it's like there's a lot of footage there.
Right, yeah. Like there's a lot, there's a lot going on.
Well done. Like that's a lot to make up for a video. Like that's not a small amount to animate. It would be easier to make the game. It would be easier to make the game than to make the fake trailer, it seemed like at that point. Almost.
And then they basically put it out, or at least they started working on it. Mighty Kingdom was the one that was primarily working on it.
Yeah, they had already been working on it. They were trying to figure out how to announce it.
Right,
and they decided to announce it as an April Fool's trailer, but that was like all actual footage. That was all like the actual game that was currently in development. But brilliant strategy.
Oh no, it was great. Yeah,
it gives you all of the pluses and none of the negatives. No one shits on a fake game, right? There could be like a dozen things wrong with the game, but because it's not real, everyone just looks, oh, wouldn't this be cool?
Amazing?
Yeah. No one is like, oh, well, this part of it's stupid. It's not real. No one cares about that. They're like, oh, it's not real, but this part's cool. It'd be cool if that was real. So literally, like all the reviews, like the how do you say their name? Those are the K.
Kotaku?
There
we go. Kotaku, yeah.
Like, most positive review of something I've ever seen was the trailer for Chop Chop. Because it had no negatives. Because it wasn't real. So they only really outlined like, oh, weren't these specific things that were in this trailer be really cool if it was real? They didn't like shit on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Every game should be submitted as an April Fool's joke to get the best press ever.
But see, the issue is that they then have to actually make the game and release the game. Like, I think if they had tried something like that this year and been like, haha, look at April Fool's joke, everyone would have just been like, yeah, where's Chop Chop?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's great. You spent that capital already. Where is it?
Secret World did some crazy patch notes for April 1st that other time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 years ago now, I think. Right? Because Rosenbrawl's been around a little bit. I don't think it was last year.
Rosenbrawl, I can look this up. Hold on.
Because this is the second year of Valentine's event, so there's no way Rosenbrawl's like brand new. Yeah, it's got to be like 2 years old by now.
2 years old, yes. It came out April 1st, 2019.
Yeah, so we had because Valentine's is in Rosenbrawl, right? So we have Valentine's 2020 and 2021 so far.
Right. The first Rosenbrawl event was February 2020.
Yeah,
which feels 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah. So look at those
2019. Yeah,
they're so great. Like they just had like random stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Tank Commander Blade and Complete Energy Cell are now obtainable. No, we aren't going to tell you how, and we definitely didn't test it. I think both of those things were true, actually.
No, isn't that what made this great? Was that basically they put out a bunch of patch notes, which a lot of games put out a bunch of patch notes, and like it's all fake, you know?
Yeah, but there was a
pretty standard
ton of shit that was true.
But all of this was true.
Not all of it, but
right.
but I would say the large majority of it,
like 80%.
KSR
yeah, like
now has a 3% chance to cause grenades to explode the instant they are loaded, dealing damage to the user and all allies in 5 meters. This damage scales the target's health and pierces defenses. We believe this change will be balanced to this weapon. Yeah, that didn't happen. It would have been freaking hilarious if it did, but that they did not do that. But yeah, there's a.
Oh no, you know what would have been a really good April Fool's Day is turn on fall damage.
Yes, I've been saying that for years. Mm-hmm. At some point, I've been saying that for a decade. Like in a couple of years, I've been saying that for a decade. We've been saying turn on fall damage for April Fools for fucking ever. It would be the best thing if people just jump and then just die.
The problem is you'd have to code in basically that you can resurrect like right in place or something. Because there are, I'm thinking of like the facility dungeon where
fine. You'd res it the nearest well. It's okay.
Right. The nearest well would have to be like, I don't know if you'd have to tap it from your fall.
No, it's whatever well you last were at.
Yeah.
It'd be like if you died fighting the boss, right? Like.
I was like, as long as basically it stops progress in a dungeon, essentially. Because I can, you know, let's face it, I can see where people would suddenly just be like, I can't do this anymore.
It's like, Funcom, you turn on fall damage, not cool. This game sucks now.
No, it'd be amazing.
It would be funny.
Well, more importantly, they should put a temporary floor in Agartha. And then just everyone plummets and dies in the bottom of Agartha. It's like a pile of bodies. That'd be hilarious. There's like invisible plane. And just a bunch of like, what's that down there? Let me jump down and see. Another body. Something fishy? What's fishy? I had fish for dinner. Fish tacos, actually.
Microwaved.
I did not microwave fish.
Yeah, don't
Best
microwave
kind.
sardines. Yeah, Andy's not here to do that.
No. Just no. No.
You just don't do that. You just don't do that.
Yeah, but it's something where it's just like give a developer like here's what we plan to do. It's probably something simple. Do it in your 20% time, and let's see what you can come up with.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, even they still do that for Guild Wars 1. Like, at least ArenaNet basically has like one person who they're like, just go on your spare time, just do something.
Yeah.
And I think over the past couple of years, Guild Wars 1 is a game that they've even said they're like, this is maintenance. This is totally maintenance, 100% maintenance. We're gonna still have events, but they're automatically turning on and off, and we're just letting it go. We're not going to introduce any new content for it or anything like that. But they still had like one person, and over the past couple of years, they've actually thrown in like major graphical updates. And like increasing sight distance and load times and this and that. Just having like one person just in their spare time, just like, just work on it. And like even that little amount has turned out to be like something really fun, like like actually like pretty good stuff.
Hey Uni, Scooter says, why do they not set up automatic emails when an event goes live? So I don't know about automatic, because that's actually not. I don't think it would be automatic. But they oftentimes do event emails when things do emails when events go.
They do, yeah.
Unfortunately, some of them seem to go out a little late. There's
I think it's because it's just a mail server that they probably gate how many can go out per hour, so they're not put on a blacklist.
Yeah, there's some kind of like, it's been that way since literally forever that I can remember, where like an event would be like 3 days in and I would get an email about the event or something. That's since 3 game directors ago or something. It's always been that way. Keep apprised me they're looking at the forums. I keep apprised by the Discord. More players equals more money. No, not necessarily, especially not with a free-to-play game. I mean, you can't make that correlation.
Generally, yes.
In general, you would think so, but especially with a free-to-play game,
well,
they could add
something with
tomorrow.
Like not as much cosmetics. I mean, they're not doing new cosmetics every couple of weeks. Like something like Fortnite or Apex.
Right, and where they say, a lot they put out new cosmetics and they're like, hey, check out all these cosmetics or dances or what have you, and then they just sell those basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that is true. Their sort of infrastructure for it is a little bit lacking currently, right? Because it's not like
it has been for a while.
It's not like you can really go in the purchase window and like see like a new shirt or something. Yeah, you have to go in the dressing room.
You have to go in the dressing room where there's already 10,000 things. Yeah,
and even when there's a sale, I mean, they do have that thing where if it's like a sale or an event, those things get shifted to the top, right?
True.
So those are nice, but yeah, it's a little bit lacking for a free to play game specifically.
Yeah,
it's a little bit lacking in the marketing. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of always been Secret World's.
Or Funcom in general.
Funcom in general. Problem's always been marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is pretty good. Marketing is not. It's just not. I mean, I feel bad. Like I'm sure there's a marketing person that's like, I'm trying.
Again, right. if
like
they have instead of having one person working on the game on the code on the side, that one person is actually just their marketing person.
Yeah, I honestly don't know, but they've had the problem since what 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a new problem, and it's never been fixed, I don't think.
But even if you just want a recent example, just look at Conan Unconquered, right?
Yeah.
It's a released Conan game that's a modern real-time strategy game that was released in full, and no one knows about it.
I wouldn't say no one.
Well,
but yeah,
in the grand scheme of things, no one knows about it.
I mean, we know about it. I mean, yeah, but
no, like, okay, so I remember watching on Twitch probably a few months after it was released. Even it was like a Saturday. I was watching it upstairs on the TV with my kid, and just watching someone play the shit out of Unconquered, like watching professional StarCraft players or something go. Like, that dude was playing the shit out of Unconquered. Like,
Funcom is hiring now.
There you go.
They got 74 positions open that they're hiring for.
Qualifications, not a former Funcom marketing person. No, it's just so mean. It feels so mean, but like,
it's a little mean, yeah. But I mean,
the thing is, I don't know what their restrictions are, right? That's the thing too.
Yeah.
Like, you can blame it on the marketing person, but if they're given like no budget and nothing to do anything with,
that's like blaming Andy for an update not occurring or something like that. Like, it's not his fault.
Yeah. Well, so like, it could be partly marketing fault. It could be a combination of marketing and upper management. That's probably more likely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did do a lot back in 2018, 2019. They actually went to was it PAX South? And they also did a big convention over in Europe where they did have big marketing materials for Conan Unconquered. And that's one of the things they did, the marketing tour to get the name out.
And I think Unconquered honestly did, at least at the time, what I would say is that it didn't have a lot of staying power, right?
Right.
Yeah. I think that's...
Well, RTS games are not in the mainstream right now. Everything is all Battle Royale.
True.
I mean, true. It's not a mainstream game, but
well, I think it's more than that.
It's still an awfully beloved genre, though.
It's beloved genre, and Conan IP is a strong IP. I think that the replayability was probably lacking a bit, to be perfectly honest. And then the fact that there wasn't like more like, I played through the entire campaign, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was done. I have never launched it again. It was fun.
It's fair.
I had fun playing it. I'm not like in any way like shitting on the game. I had fun when we played it.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I think I'd have more fun if I had another person that liked to play co-op to do it with. But even then, we probably would have played co-op through the story, like through the chain, and then been done, because I didn't see any reason to do anything else. So I think the games, I think it had other, continuous wave settings and stuff like that. But so do a lot of single player games.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of single player games have like Max Payne is like all story shooter, and then has like, oh, you can repeat do a wave mission. I never did any of that shit. I didn't care. I finished the story and I was done. Right? So like, some games are like made to be more replayable and some aren't, and I don't think it didn't hit that mark for me where I wanted to go back in and play it again from the beginning.
Yeah.
Some people did,
but some people do.
That one streamer guy that was really into RTS, like he was playing that thing like a fiddle,
especially like achievement hunters.
I remember watching them play it on stream, right? And then you and me, Mikey, played it like sight unseen, basically, and we still did better than they did.
we did pretty damn good.
This guy made
one stream we did unseen.
This guy made us look like peons. Like, this guy is just like crazy good at it.
Because we skipped like when we did the one stream of it, we skipped like a whole bunch of like tech tree building and whatnot. We were just
tons.
throw this down, throw this down.
We basically did the old school like minimalist method. Like we know X works and we know how to set up choke points and crossfire.
Yes.
And with choke points and crossfire, you can do a lot with like basic stuff.
Yeah, choke points, crossfire, and then basically like trying to overwhelm with forces.
Oh, you might have made 2 rhinos. We made 300 like small troops.
we were playing the Zerg mentality. Yeah, we were like 1,000 small forces are just as good as 2 big forces.
Zerg rush them.
It worked. We got we got way farther. I remember looking back after we had done that. I looked back at their stream to see what they had done, and they had gone into the tech trees. They had like armored rhinos and shit, and they lost like waves before us. So just shows what you can do when you don't know the game.
when you just know
mechanics, right?
When you just know how to play a game.
Stress, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you that. 2T, you didn't claim your login rewards. I meant to tell you like 10 minutes ago. I noticed it too. Chat has noticed. Like you have a bright.
I keep it.
I would say, is your inventory full?
Yeah, I don't have my inventory space. Is
no, you have space. You can claim your login reward. You're crazy.
But then I won't have.
Wait, have you gotten your weapon thing?
No, I haven't. I haven't logged in the past couple weeks.
Oh, you didn't get one?
No.
Dude, you would have had a mythic main weapon right now. Because it's max purple. I just noticed.
Mm-hmm. Which goes into our news.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm no Jimmy.
It's around here somewhere. There it is. The Envoys of Avalon have ended. It was supposed to go until April 1st. However, it was shut down a little early on March 31st.
Shit happens.
It happens. So that basically led to a little issue where they were like, oh, a lot of people who were hoping for that last day didn't get the last day's item. Now, if you started at the very beginning and did all the days, you would have got it. You would have had it. But if you missed a day, which does happen, you would have missed it by just that much. So
by that much.
By that much. So so Andy turned around and said that they're basically offering the final day's reward, a weapon fusion catalyst, to everybody if you at least logged in for 1 day during the event.
Chad is not happy with you.
No. That's why I was moving my inventory. It's like, ha.
No, you haven't logged in a single time this event.
I did.
You had to. We did the episode.
The show. The last
we did the episode of the show. Yeah.
I don't think I did claim a reward though.
What? Go to your menu and go to delivered items.
Where?
It's further down.
There it is.
Scroll. Wow.
Oh shit! I hit the wrong.
You have all kinds of shit, but I don't. Yeah, you don't have the thing. You have all kinds of shit you've never claimed. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, no, because my Shadowbound stuff is only per character. I don't want to.
No, yeah, that's fine. But the other shit.
Oh yeah,
you have distillates you haven't claimed somehow. 25 AP you haven't claimed. Everyone in chat's like, what the hell? What the fuck is this? Look at all that. SP, AP, what? Jesus, man. I understand the Shadowbound. Like that makes sense. Okay, I get that.
No, this stuff I think was from the collector's edition when it first came out.
Yeah. Why? What? 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 Why? Who? Jesus.
Oh, I have worked on my inventory armored. See? I did the daily reward for today.
Day late and item short. That's how that goes.
Good times.
Wow.
I mean, I still got some snowflakes I can use.
Yeah, that'll free up a slot. You'll get anima shards. Jesus Christ.
You guys want to play with some snowballs?
Every stream is like an intervention, I swear to God.
And mine certainly does not look
What do I
that
got here?
bad.
I mean, you just have like a ton of distillates. Freaking put them in something. Like yelling at my kid to clean up his room. Get your toys away.
That's right.
More like eating his dinner. I feel.
Yeah.
Be like, that will make you stronger. Consume it already.
It's good for your bones.
Hey, don't be inventory shaming me.
I feel shame for you. As I said, it's an intervention. This is how you are affecting the rest of us. You're affecting my life in the following ways.
This is called content.
Or you can just do what I do and just buy inventory space. That's what I do.
I don't.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's the one that helps Funcom stay in business.
That's right. Well, at least if I feel like my inventory is getting that's something that I've kind of always been okay with buying in MMOs specifically. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I don't buy. Like, I'm not really a big costume person. I'm not really a big, buying.
Dressing up your space Barbie.
Right? Yeah. I'm not into buying costumes. I'm not into buying mounts, or I'm not into buying like experience boosters. Like, I'm not generally into buying those. However, content, bank space, and bag space, I'm actually all for buying. So I don't mind, like, if I'm feeling a little cramped in the inventory, I don't mind throwing them like $10 and expanding it by.
No, it's a point of principle for me now.
Well, I know, because for you, yeah.
I had like 500 spaces in TSW. I legitimately had 500 spaces, and whatever the fuck the bank was like in the.
Oh, it was massive. It was gigantic. Yeah.
It was unlimited.
Zen says he buys sprints. Okay. But like the sprint speed or the sprint? Do you mean the sprint speed, or do you mean the sprint looks? Because those are two entirely separate things. Speed. Okay. Speed. Well, yeah.
Doesn't want to pay Funcom. I have a lifetime membership, and I bought a 12-year bundle.
You did. You have the thing just to hop around on.
Yeah, literally just for the outfit in the Segway.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good point.
He pays his time streaming and advertising for Funcom. That's true. I should get the marketing job and just be like, I've been doing it for the last couple of years. Right. Back pay, please.
What's your resume? Your resume is basically like
no,
twitch.tv/JuliaRabbit.
If you want to get people to log in for events, offer bag or bank space for the final day.
No. You can't do that, because that will mess me up.
That would mess up. That would mess up the point of why they switched to Secret World Legends in the first place, which was
that would get me to log in every day to click that button.
But you still wouldn't do anything. You just get more blood.
You just log in.
Like one of those people in their house with this stack full of newspaper up to here. Oh, what did you do? I bought a bigger house. I've had an addition added.
My newspaper room. But remember the one of the whole reasons why they switched to Secret World Legends was because there was a gigantic bug in the code that basically said that whatever is in your inventory and your bank and all your dressing room basically got loaded whenever someone else sees you.
It's still a thing.
And it's still a thing.
It's not even really a bug. It's because it's a Flash system. The UI is Flash.
Okay.
And they're using, oh God, what is it called? I can't remember the name now. There's a specific Flash like thing that they're using.
Is it Dream stuff?
Part of the
No, the
Dream World
engine's
engine?
Dream whatever, but
No.
there's something specific that they're using for Flash. I can't remember the name of it now, but that specific thing that they're using like has a lot of like limitations and oddities, and like it's just one of the things that like having a large inventory is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Now they did even back in TSW once they figured out like this was like I think like a year before the switchover. It was way late in the game. They finally figured out like, oh shit, and they made a change to minimize its impact, but it still had impact, right? Like
Well, that's when they started having all the big boss events, right? And then you join up for a big boss event. You'd have like 40 people around you, and it would be a PowerPoint presentation because of just how much it was loading from everyone else around you.
Yeah. But also, it was the same in the raid. Like, you go to New York raid, and all the people doing Nightmare raids were also, like, you know, end game people. So you have, like, 10 people with 500 items on them a piece, right? It's not Action Script. Action Script is like a language. It's sort of like a plugin or a kit. I want to see if I can look it up.
But that is why when they basically turned around to Secret World Legends, they were like, yeah, let's find ways to minimize inventory. So they created the item system that basically stuff folds into itself.
Yeah, Legends is very much designed with
smaller inventories in mind.
Yeah, it's designed with Legends in general is designed with the engine limitations in mind. That's why the instances have lower caps. That's why you fight mega bosses in special zones and not in the open world. That's why the gear system folds into itself and encourages a smaller inventory. It's actually really, really good. Everything's designed to give you the best experience possible performance-wise, while also, you know, letting you do what you want to do.
And so that's why Secret World Legends is the way it is. And so if they just had an event and said we're giving everybody bank space, that's like saying we're going to give everybody extra lag all the time.
Zen, when you're running from the lurker and the first filth is out and you get a hitch, I have a question. I don't know how to do the second part of that comment, but I have a question. Where are you running from? And like, what is your...
No, that one that's underneath it is because it's got held up by Twitch mod, so I allowed it.
From the manhole. So okay, so you're going straight in. I don't rightly know. I don't get that. That doesn't happen to me. It doesn't hitch for a quarter second.
Is it like the mega boss? Like, I know there's something in when you're fighting a mega boss where you don't just run all the way.
That's when you zone in, yeah, but that's different. He's talking about like you're in the raid, all 10 people are down there waiting to run in. The tank is like going in 5, and then you run forward and the fight starts.
Okay.
Right? And when the fight starts, one of the first things he does is drop a filth. And whoever gets it has to place it appropriately. So he's saying when that filth happens for like
he gets like
second, he hitches really bad.
I mean, that could have something to do with just the fact that if you're running, you know, a top end raid, that again, everyone around you has a whole bunch of stuff in their inventory, in their it could be an artifact of that. It's
possible. Now, I will say that filth. See, that wouldn't be casting filth, but filth that is cast, that is on the ground, that the enemies run through, has a high chance to lag. Phase 2 is the laggiest part of New York raid, especially in the higher tiers.
Make everyone leave their things in the bank and see. I mean, but no, Zen, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's in the bank or not because it's actually loading your bank.
Like, oh, you own this. Let me load it.
Yeah, it's loading your bank. It's not just loading what you see.
Player ID.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons when you jump into Agartha for the first time and the game is fully installed but not really, that it lags like hell downloading everything. because you're downloading like every potential outfit every person around you owns.
Mm-hmm.
Not the one they're wearing. You're downloading all the outfits they could. So if you come stand next to me, you're downloading like 2,400 items, right? So because I still haven't hit the goddamn achievement yet. Yeah, inventory, character, and bank is part of the character. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And so basically, the longer a player plays, just the more stuff someone else has to load when you're in the game, basically.
Yeah, well, if you're a collector of any sort, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as his actual question with the filth running in, though, like that sounds like a graphical issue. Because normally the only rendering problems is in second phase, and that's usually only on E17 because so much filth drops, and then like 20 ads run through the filth, and I learned in the dev testing that like there's like high res textures, and so when the ads run through filth, like the filth gets rendered onto the individual textures at like high res and then scaled down for whatever reason. So when 20 ads run their little feet across filth, right? Like the game does a shit ton of processing for no really good reason.
Yeah.
You could leave your shit on an alt though. I mean, I guess in theory.
That could work in theory because then your items are on someone else. But it would still load your entire dressing room. And
causing Zen's problem. Zen's problem sounds like something else. Yeah, it sounds more like a graphics driver issue or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of the raid, though, we could jump to that. Just in raid news, the E17 raid has been 7-manned officially.
Nice.
So, you know, because it's one of the few things there to keep beating on.
Keep trying to get better and better. Now that E17 is beaten in the first place, now you try beating it with less and less people. Yeah, that's Maul's group. So one healer, 2 tanks, 4 DPS. That's kind of crazy. I know they did. I don't know if we talked about it. They did a run with no healer. I don't know if we talked about it in the last show or not. We might not have. Maul's group also did a run with no healer at all. Wow,
that was rather interesting. That involved everyone with a assault rifle using the like animative bullets, I think, or something.
Mm-hmm. Everyone with a bit of self healing.
Yeah, but apparently, I want to say it was the animative bullets. It's like apparently pretty broken. I mean, obviously, so they were able to like survive, right? And then I forget what the tanks exactly were using, but yeah. And then they had to have, funnily enough, they had to have the AR guys standing up close, and the tanks a little further back. Because in E17 raid, the 3 closest players receive extra damage from the lurker, just like drops on you. Right?
Okay.
It's like an extra mechanic in the final difficulty. Which normally it's like the tanks and like a melee person or something, right? Or like 2 melee person and a tank, whichever happens to be closest, and the healer's got to heal them. But in this case, because the tanks didn't have healers and the AR guys are healing themselves, you have like 3 AR guys like scrunched up front to make sure they take that extra damage and heal it off themselves. Yeah, they did succeed the no healer run. No, it's not new meta. Maul specifically said he never wants to do that ever again. They did it to like kind of see that if it could be done, but the amount of effort and work and like tweaked builds that have to be done to like do that is not. It's worth it for like a accomplishment video, but not for like in practice. It's not practical to do that every time.
Like that was a disaster. It was a lot of fun, but it was a disaster.
Yeah. Same thing with the 7-man. They're not 7-manning it all the time. They made a conscious decision to try to see if they could do it with 7-man. I think they were 2.4 seconds away from the enrage when they killed it with 7 people.
Oof. Okay.
Literally 2.4 more seconds, and they would have just lost. The planes would have dropped nukes, and then everyone would have died. Which, if you've never seen it, that's what happens. If you hit the enrage timer in the raid, if you're in there for 10 minutes, planes fly by and drop bombs on you.
And drop bombs. Yeah. So basically they were playing in, it wasn't not meta. They're just trying to see if they could do it.
Yeah.
Which
it's like most anything I do isn't meta.
I was like, which is
all.
you, yeah.
Like, I mean, when I play the game, when I'm playing, like when I'm DPSing in a raid, yeah, I'm doing the meta. But most stuff that I like publish, I'm putting out isn't meta. It rarely is. Maybe the last Dark Agartha stuff I did is like just to show you could do it with different weapons, but even that's pre-patched, so that's changed now. But generally speaking, most stuff is like, look what weird way you could do this if you don't care about beating your head against a brick wall for 3 hours.
So which will transition into you had 2 of those over these past 2 weeks since our last show. You had 2 big personal accomplishments.
Well, I've finished the offhand elemental 100% run.
Right, which is basically you playing with just an
no main weapon at all.
No main weapon, just an offhand weapon.
Right. So no basic attacks. Energy regens at half rate because your offhand weapon regens at half rate. And yeah, and 100% completed, which means like, getting all the APSP outfits for every map. So it's like all the missions, all the side missions, all the champions, the dungeons,
all the story mode dungeons, solo. Yeah.
I sold a bunch of them. I think there's a couple I think I had someone else with me for. But I completed them. That was the that was the goal.
Okay.
Then have to solo them. I should not have soloed Hell Raised. That took way too long. It was really dumb.
And that was the second one, Armored Scooter. Yes, we were getting to that one. Not only finishing the game with just an offhand weapon, but also completing Lava Game Champion on guitar.
Yeah, so I completed Lava Game Champion on guitar, but I actually did that during my new run, because my new run is a brand new character in the game where I'm playing just on guitar.
Just on guitar for the entire run of the game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, I don't know if I'm planning to 100% the game at this point or not.
Okay.
I haven't really decided. I might just, try and get to the end as opposed to like 100% everything.
Right.
So I think even just getting to the end is going to be mildly impressive. Yeah, I did Lava Game on guitar. So again, just during my normal playthrough, right? I think my second stream of my new character, I went because I was in Kingsmith. I was like, "Let's go do Lava Game. I'm here. I'm by the junkyard."
I was like, we can show this, right, Ember? Yeah, you're bringing it up.
What are we looking at?
It's talking about a close shave on E17 raid.
Oh, are you looking at do you have the timer? I don't see the timer on that one.
Air Force preparing a strike on area T-minus 1 second.
yeah. That is a close shave.
1 second. Nice. Called off at the last second.
So yeah, I was already in Kingsmith. I did like the flamethrower side mission to go to the junkyard, and I was like, yeah, I'm here. Let's do
Lava Game.
And it only took like 2 real attempts and like one like there was a middle attempt where I failed on like jump number 3 or something, which hardly counts. The first attempt, I got all the way to the second to last jump. On the very first attempt, I got all the way to the second to last jump, And I knew that was going to be the one. Like, I was like, this is the one that makes or breaks it. And like I landed, and I even landed. I didn't miss it. I landed, but when I went to move forwards, it like threw me off onto the ground. Like it just sort of slid.
Ah.
Because you land on the rubber tires.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And like, I went to move forward, and my character just went whoop, just like hit like an edge of something. And
why would Lava Game on a guitar sound strange from Jimmy? Honestly, it shouldn't at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
so when I went the second
like
time, something went wrong on like the third jump or something really early, and then the third time I completed it. Oh, yeah, it wasn't too terrible, honestly. In fact, the more annoying thing, and probably in some ways, if you understand the mission, like more impressive, was I did the Hell and Back investigation mission on guitar. I think that same night. So you know those seance circles with the runes?
Mm-hmm. With a very specific, yeah.
And there's a timer on it too.
So I have to hit a string, like different notes to go left and right, different notes to go forward and backward, and then different notes to move the camera up and down, camera up, camera down, and then a note to like use to like activate the symbol. So I'd be like, activate a symbol, left, 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 down, down, down. Okay, camera adjust up. Nope, down. Nope, I went past it because the note will ring. If the note rings, like it keeps moving.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So like I'm reading a note for like mouse up.
If you sustain it, yeah.
And you have to like palm mute it to get it to stop. And so like sometimes I like overcorrect. And I didn't think there was a timer at first, and I think there actually is. And on my repeated tries, I just got quicker at doing it. But I did it. I did all the seance circles. It just was really, really annoying. Just because of the number of notes that had to be hit correctly to get over to the thing to use the right one. And there was one of them where I screwed up, I think, at least twice.
Yeah.
I screwed up at least twice, I think, on one. On step 13, which is like way the hell in. Because I was like looking at the guide for like which ones to go to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's 13, and then 1 and 3 are on the same symbol, like 1,3. So instead of going to 13, I went to 1,3, which is the wrong symbol.
Like, no, wait, no! Ah.
And I did that twice, which means I did the first 12 steps. Like, that was, and also I obviously decided to do that like at 2 a.m. or something. Like, it was like, this will be the last thing I do before I go to bed. That was a horrible idea.
You did the same for your treadmill margaritas Dark Agartha run.
Most of my ideas happen like late at night, and I shouldn't be doing that.
I remember I was watching your stream when that happened, and I was like, I gotta tap out. I gotta go to bed.
Well, Fridays I'm usually up way late, anyways. Though this was like a middle of the week stream. This was a really bad idea. I had 4 hours sleep and had to get up with kids for the school or something. Can you hear audio on this or no?
I'll have to reshare it because I didn't. Go ahead and stop that. Share.
There's a puzzle in Shadowy Forest too. What puzzle in Shadowy Forest? Is there a rune puzzle? It's timed? I think it's that one. And then 9. That one. 10.
Okay.
Zer. then 11 and 12 are both Teamy, I think.
You've got good control.
And 13 is that one. Hey, Ben Smash. Yeah, I did it earlier tonight. The lava game. 14 is in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Riveting.
Oh, I think I'm echoing.
Yeah, we are.
We're at the middle, but the middle top, I think.
Yeah, you're going to hear yourselves.
Okay, 15. Where are you? Zer. And then
Can you,
16.
I think on my Twitter I had the Polaris split.
Okay.
I'll pull that up.
Yeah. I think that one sounds a little bit better. Am I echoing on the stream or just me?
No, it's when I share the screen, I'm sharing, so you'll hear the desktop audio, which would be you guys echoing back out through the audio.
It's hard to talk when you got an echo going on.
So it should be fine now.
Okay.
There's an 8-day time limit on the Weapon Fusion Catalyst giveaway from Funcom. Why didn't get them before they're gone? Yes, true. It was April
10th.
10th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I did, like Zen said, look forward to you taking Ankh on guitar. I don't know if I'm gonna solo Ankh. I might like get someone to go with me. I soloed Polaris, and apparently the key was to just stand in everything. I just stood in everything that Polaris had to throw at me. I can't move out of things very easily. Psychic Death Zone, stand in it. It'll knock you out. Urdrog Slam, stand in it. Urdrog Cosmic Gaze, stand in it. Stand in everything, it's fine.
So a reminder to Armored that Armored Scooter said that yes, if you've at least logged in once during the Envoys of Avalon event, and I missed that Tucson Waffle. Did you pick up? Were you able to get it?
No, he didn't.
No,
because you never picked up a.
He was logged in during the event, but didn't claim his login reward.
Didn't claim his login reward. So so we're gonna change that. If you at least picked up a login reward,
which is what it does say. It says if you've claimed one, it says it in the announcement.
Yeah, at least do one.
Is that what he
item.
said?
Yeah. So the actual announcement said anyone who is at least
one daily login reward claimed. Right.
Should now have the Weapon Fusion Catalyst and delivered items. You have until April 10th to claim
I was there.
You were there, and you did not redeem your ticket of being there.
Which what's day one? Like 10 SP? Like not even. Day one is like
this. down here.
Day one was like anima shards. I don't even know.
Oh yeah. No, I don't think it was anima shards, but.
Or am I wrong? Usually day one is something pretty good, right? Day one is.
It was horrible. The horrible filler was later, actually.
No, yeah, it was day 10 that was the
purifying. It was red. And you're like, what the hell is this?
The purifying talisman, not talisman, purifying glyph imbuer.
Glyph, right?
Yeah.
Did you find that thing, Ember?
The lava game. That's the only thing I can see on.
No. Here, I'll get it.
Yeah, give me a link for it. No. So I didn't see a huge pop up because there was no pop up.
It's a login reward.
Tilty not seeing the lore.
Oh, you're pulling that number now. Okay.
Armored Scooter says, wondering what other games you guys stream.
Oh, okay. You're Drake.
Well, I know, Jimmy, you stream not only Secret World, you stream Secret World a lot more than we do. You stream Secret World, you stream Overwatch, and you have been streaming a lot of Dark Souls lately.
So Secret World, Dark Souls, and Friday night is my drunk FPS night, which the last 2 weekends in a row has consisted of Overwatch, Apex Legends, Valorant, and Paladins.
Okay.
I added Paladins in the mix since Tron started working there. Tron used to be a Funcom dev.
Mm-hmm.
And he now works for the company that does Paladins. So I had to go play it. And
to go play Paladins to honor Tron. Yeah.
Send him notes. This sucks!
Hey, Tron, fix this.
Matchmaking. AFKers, leavers, throwers. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about there with Paladins.
Be like, old times.
No, okay, here's my problem with Paladins. I want to leave. You auto-lock the one character I wanted to play. I don't want to play now. Why do I have to Alt F4 the goddamn game to not play with you? We haven't even started a round yet.
Oh, you're playing ranked?
No, I'm not. Just queuing.
Oh, is this casual?
Yeah, that's how Paladins works. They're like, no.
If you, okay, yeah, yeah.
Look, in Overwatch, you can leave in the middle of a freaking game. Even in ranked, you can just be like, peace, I'm out.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Right? Like, Paladins, for whatever reason, I looked it up. Like, I'm not the first person to ask this. They're like, oh, no, it'd be bad for matchmaking. I'm like, I don't want to spend time in a match where I'm playing something I'm not comfortable with, and that's not good for anyone else. Maybe it makes more matches, and that looks good on paper, but it makes for shittier matches. And now I'm leaving your game.
But 100% of your game is just matches. It'd be like if Secret World had no soloing, it was just dungeons. It'd be like, but you should have them popping all the time.
Yeah, but my point is that
you should be a little more open about letting people do what they want.
3 minutes for the match I want than spend 15 in a match I never wanted to play in the first place.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, you can always stand and spawn, not do anything. And it should auto kick you.
That's not any better. Valorant has a problem too. Valorant has a problem with bots that just sit and spawn because apparently you get XP just for being in the match.
Ooh.
So people just have bots that log in. I rage quit Valorant one night, drunk at 3 a.m. because we had 2 bots that just stood in spawn and moved forward and backward and shot their pistol a couple of times. It was obviously a bot. Yeah, that's my little clip of the Erdrog bell.
You're going to be echoing here in just a second.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes. Jesus. Yeah, it's just looping.
Yeah.
I feel like you can make a soundtrack off of this.
I my rotations were not good when I started soloing Polaris at all, and then by the time I got to Erdrog, I was literally just demolish, seething, demolish, basic, eruption. I had that shit down by the end of the dungeon. But yeah, I just stood in. I only died once actually in the very first boss. I died once when I first ran in, and the second time I beat him, and I didn't die again the rest of the level. But I did stand in everything possible that can explode.
Of course. But I mean, you showed that on the one that we showed 2 weeks ago. Which achievement was that?
The Ghastly Valentine.
Yes,
It was one of the Cost of Magic ones.
Because at the end of it, you just got to the end boss and you were just like, and you just beat him in like 3 seconds. So it's like
Well,
you
that's
have
also because I was on Jimmy. And it
Yes.
was like 1752 IP and could kill that boss in one hit anyway.
True. You could spit on him and basically it would kill him. But it seemed like you had combat more down. It's the fine movement.
Yeah, now
is
actually
the issue.
Prior to recording Ghastly Valentine, the first thing I had attempted was the other one, the Sleight of Herb, the one where you go up the floating platforms.
Yes.
That's actually what I was practicing originally. And I got it down pretty good. Unfortunately, the achievement for that is 30 seconds.
Right.
Really fast. It's timed. And while I was consistently making the jumps and actually having very small delay at all in readjusting for the jumps, the problem was once you get to the top of the first pillar, you then have to run to the second one and then readjust your position to jump the next two.
Mm-hmm.
And that ate up time.
Right.
Okay. Because my movement is like stuttered a bit, and especially correcting left and right, like I'll hit a note to swing left and it's like, oh, that's too much left. Now right. Yeah. So overcorrects right. I'm like doing this for a couple seconds and then just eats up time.
Fine movement.
But I had like from the first jump where you jump onto the first platform and then it's when you jump, by the way, onto that big rock that the timer starts. It's not even when you start the rune and are landing and have landed on the first rune. It's when you land on that rock platform, right? That's when the timer for the achievement starts. But I had an angle set up where I could jump, hit the little floaty platform, hit the rock platform, go straight forward, and just start jumping. And then I even had my left turns like really like, after like an hour of practice, like really down. Like I wasn't overcorrecting. It was like ding, a little bit left, jump, jump, jump. And then once you get like halfway up, you're next to the rock. So you don't even have to correct your orientation. You basically can jump into the rock. The rock itself will push you away and make you land on the platform correctly. So like there's tricks from doing Cost of Magic for years, right? They're like I know I know how the cliff side works, and that you can be angled into it and it's just going to push you off and make you land on the platform. And there's also, you don't have to finish the platforms. It's like you get to skip one of them because you can just turn against the rock and just jump straight up on top. So I know I can do that, especially with practice. I can get up it pretty quick. That first part, it's the transition to the second set of jumps that ate up the time. I think my quickest time was probably like in the 47, 48 second range, maybe.
Okay. But just couldn't get under 30.
Yeah, I just couldn't get 30. And without doing that, like I was like, well, I'm not going to. Whereas the other one, Ghastly Valentine, is a jumping one as well, but it's not timed. Right. So it probably took me I think it took like a couple hours to do Ghastly Valentine at the time. Of tries.
Okay.
But that was also on my acoustic guitar with it coming in through my mic.
Right, yeah.
Whereas
now you've changed it so that it's more of a digital input.
It's my electric guitar with a Rocksmith USB cable input.
Yes.
So it's a clean note. Like the problem with recording Ghastly Valentine is if I said anything, I could set off actions.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was originally starting the video with Ghastly Valentine on guitar, and whenever I said that, my character would move forward, jump, and activate a sword weapon or something, an ability. And I was like, "What the hell?" It's my voice frequency was hitting the notes and causing keys to go off. What the hell?
No, because they said, who's it? Zinol sent me. It's like, make sure this is checked for your notifications for your daily rewards. That's why I'm looking at the settings.
Doesn't look anything to me.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
But yeah. So
what? Daily notification? What? Who needs that? Ember is doing the no daily reward challenge.
daily
That's
anything.
the true hard mode.
No, this no reward 2021.
No
that's right. Using this.
And I already messed it up today by getting that one.
No reward
Thanks.
March.
But yeah, I started I took Friday off because it was my birthday Saturday, so I took Friday off work and started the guitar character. I also deleted a character to do that because I didn't want to do it not on my Patreon account, and my Patreon account's full, so I deleted my No Death Run character. He is no more. He didn't die, but he has been deleted. Because I kind of figured, like, what's the point in keeping him? Like, let's say they release new content, right? The point of a No Death Run is to do the whole thing in kind of an arc, not to like leave a character for a year till new content comes out and then attempt to go through it without dying, right? Like, you just want to start over. Because it's about going through all the content in a row and not dying, not about going through the content in like little pieces. So the beginning of the stream is just me deleting a character. What are you guys doing?
Posing.
Why are you ashamed?
It's just shy. Wait, hold on.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not the ashamed one.
No, it's shy. That's the shy emote. I mean, it might be the same. I don't know. Can do. That looks kind of creepy. There we go. That's nice.
Let's see what can we do.
Oh,
we can do.
Just being silly. Also, to answer you, Scooter, I didn't answer for myself. I play multiple MMOs. I play not just Secret World, but you can name an MMO, and I would probably have at least tried it. If not, have gotten pretty far in it. That's a good one. I like that one. But then on top of that, I also play classic games. I also do a lot of classic games. So Saturday night, I'm playing through the Ultima series, and Wednesday night, not last night for reasons, but Wednesday nights I'm playing through all the Sierra adventure games, starting with like the ones from the late 80s, going forwards. That's me. That's what I do. But I play a metric ton of MMOs anyway, so there's at least 5 or 6 that I try to play consistently.
I try and not play any of the MMOs.
Yeah. It's a little bit insane.
It's a dangerous thing to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I'm almost, honestly, I'm pretty close to being done with Dark Souls, and I'll be on to Dark Souls 2. And then probably 3.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, Dark Souls 2, Electric Boogaloo. Which apparently Dark Souls 2 is not incredibly popular with the Dark Souls crowd, as it seems to be the general consensus. So that'll be interesting. I think story-wise, although I gotta be honest, like, Dark Souls story has like holes you could drive a goddamn galaxy through. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like, imagine that you had Secret World, but none of the legends.
Okay.
Like, at all.
Okay.
You're just like, why is this guy doing this? I don't know. There's undead scarecrows for some reason. Who the hell knows why?
Just because.
Like, yeah, like like that's the closest thing I can say to it is that if Dark Souls really does, it feels like there's mood and atmosphere. There's definitely like bits and pieces of information of stuff, but there's so much nothing. It's insane. Oh hey, that's me. That's a me, Mario.
What?
Guys, for your Twitch stream.
Oh, you're putting them down there. Okay.
Throw a fault in. Bad at Funcom. We are not as bad at Funcom. At the end, by the way,
We
Scooter,
do.
if you've ever stayed around, Mikey always goes through the thing, where can we find you? And then we like rattle off the 50 places you can find us online.
Also, if you go into the information that's below the stream, we do have under a thing called host links where my Twitch is, where Waffles Twitch is, and where Jimmy's Twitch is. So
did we update that though?
I don't know. Did you? Does it still have your old one?
it still has its old.
Yeah.
It does. It has. Okay, so it has.
Okay,
it has Waffles
that's
old.
shameful. That's shameful. For shame.
Hey, we need a marketing somebody.
We need a PR.
Yeah.
That's not you. Like, I'm wounded. Look how wounded I am.
Shut up.
Oh my god. That was great.
I heard it too.
I was looking at this screen, but I caught the edge of it visually. Like my eye flicked over in time to
Hold on, let me wipe up my desk a little bit here. I laughed at.
Ocho, do you have a drinking problem?
That's right. That's when I developed my drinking problem. No, I just looked down and saw armored scooters, but I'm lazy. For some odd reason, that got me. That got me good.
The marketing person, preferably someone who hasn't worked for Funcom in the past. True.
If I wrecked my keyboard, God help me.
Well, if you get a pre-built, you get a new one.
Right, yes.
Poland asked if we felt like running York Raid E1, maybe?
You guys sure? I mean, I can do E1. So even though I play a whole bunch of different MMOs, so I don't make a whole bunch of progress in every MMO I play. I'm just not a raider. I just don't raid. I don't usually do group content too much, but I will on occasion. I never say never. But I just don't make a whole bunch. So in Secret World, even though I've been playing since SWL's release, and I played Secret World since maybe a year after its release, consistently, and has been the most the game that I've played the most over the past like 3 or 4 years. I still am only E6.
You see, I'm still wounded. This is why. Wounded. You're wounding me. I was gonna say I have ults that are that high, but I think my ult's only E5. Pretty close though.
Your ult's getting close to my main.
Pretty close. I have multiple ults at E4.
But what's your highest ESO or Star Trek Online character at? That's
0.
Exactly.
However,
questions
were I to install the game,
you might still lap me in both of those too, right?
Yeah. I've laughed too much. I ruptured my spleen.
Oh, I changed the links.
Oh,
even have my old mixer.
We were talking about games and marketing, and we kind of skipped over the Funcom launcher.
I didn't think I necessarily skipped over that. We just didn't really get to it yet.
Which, by the way, I did use to launch Secret World today.
That's right. Yes. One of the things that, Funcom came out with is the Funcom launcher for PC is now live. But
okay. It's part of Conan Exiles. Let's not...
Yes.
We need to cover this correctly.
Yeah, the disclaimer is that it really is set up for Conan Exiles right now.
Yeah, it's literally Like you know how when Secret World, when you launch it from Steam, comes up that little window, does some stuff, and then you hit start game, and then the game comes up, and then you like hit play, or if you're a Funcom client, you like log in and play. So with the Exiles, Conan Exiles, when it comes up, you have the launcher, and for the launcher you hit play, and then it goes into Exiles. It's literally no different. It's no extra screen. It's not like Origin or Uplay. It's not a separate little thing that's running. And currently, the only way you get it, the only way you see it, is you actually have to like launch Conan Exiles. You have to have Exiles installed and launch it to even see the launcher.
But as Thomas J., who is listed as one of the developers for Funcom's forums, I put that in quotation. I don't know why. He's a developer. No, he's a developer. He said, with Conan Exiles Update 2.3 live since last week and hotfixed yesterday, we have now activated the new Funcom launcher on the live game. It will, from now on, run automatically as you start Conan Exiles from Steam, and mainly adds 2 pieces of functionality, which we hope you will greatly appreciate. 1, mod management prior to starting the game. And 2, a continue button option, which skips the start of videos once the assets are loaded, and a start menu taking you directly into the game on the server you played on last, or your solo or co-op game if appropriate. So using the launcher will have mod management, and then on top of that, allow you to just log directly into the game.
Yeah, Scooter, this isn't a thing for, like, you can launch Secret World from it, but it's not part of Secret World. It's only currently part of Conan Exiles. The Funcom launcher is literally only part of Conan Exiles at the moment.
He says, additionally, there are some useful links provided, such as patch notes, forums, and social media channels, and we, of course, aim to have interesting and frequently updated news/content, as he says, for Conan Exiles.
All right, so here you can see I have the launcher up. I literally installed Conan Exiles just to be able to show this. So here's Exiles, and you can see like DLCs, you own and what you don't have, mods. Apparently, I have a greater camera distance mod, right? You can launch.
No, you don't have it. It's available. You have to download it.
No, it's available. No? I think I just haven't selected it.
And those mods might be through through Steam Workshop, maybe.
Yeah. Workshop. So it has this launch, but if you've launched it once already, and you can choose to hit continue, which would continue your last session, which means you actually skip like 3 different clicks in game to do that. That seems highly unnecessary. Okay. This is up here. You have like
continue.
Forums, patch notes. You can see all the like social media buttons up here. But then also you have all the other games on the side.
Or coming games.
I have Moons installed. I can click launch. Conan Conquered I own. I could install it. Same thing with Mutant. I have it owned. I could install it. Secret World I can launch. I already have launched. It even shows the DLCs. It's cool. And same like forums, patch notes, hide and shriek, right? Park, Age of Conan Unchained.
That I'm kind of curious about possibly giving a try one of these days.
Anarchy Online, get it now. Instant access to level 200. Holy moly.
Anarchy Online has a lot of levels, yeah.
Yeah.
It's $100, but I mean 200 levels at once, that's seems pretty good.
I'm not even sure if that's the top level either.
No, it's like level 600.
Oh, I think Ember, you need to click yes to an invite or something.
Oh.
It's probably because you're not on the. Yeah. Well, I read the name in chat. You cannot blame me.
I cannot blame you. And he's still on. He's still on the Ember character.
So Dreamfall. By the way, Anarchy Online is like this year. It'll be its 20-year anniversary.
20 years.
Dreamfall Longest Journey, and then also the Longest Journey. I think I own all these. It's just not installed. Yeah, I don't think I have one. I'm pretty sure I don't even have one to purchase except Chop Chop, which isn't out yet. But I honestly think the launcher looks.
I mean, if they can make it, if they can make it
damn
basically, because yes, having a specific launcher is a little cumbersome because there's so many other things that can launch from. But if they can make it useful, which is what they were, which was what they were trying to do, they're trying to basically.
Not only that, but to what Scooter was saying was like, we need more launchers. Thanks, Funcom. It's not a launcher like Uplay or Origin, right? That's not the case, especially for Exiles. Exiles is the only one that has it right now because Exiles has integration with it, right? So yes, for me to come in here, like launch Exiles and then click Secret World and launch it is kind of dumb because it's an extra window. Right, I could just go launch Secret World. I don't need to do this. Mm-hmm. That's the other thing. I don't need to do this. In Secret World, I just go launch it. But if I launch Exiles, I can see all the other games and check them out and choose to. I think someone needs to requeue and choose to launch it that way. If I wanted to. Now I imagine eventually that they would put it in the rest of the games. It doesn't make sense not to. This is currently beta. It's got a little beta tag on it.
I'm sure they have the tags and stuff are there for each game. Pull up the launcher.
Like ideally you would want it in all the games. It doesn't make sense to only have it in Exiles. That's really strange, actually.
It's kind of a waste
because they're using it. They're using it as a method for them to sell their other games also.
Yeah.
What was that scream?
There was a scream?
I heard something weird.
I'm going to focus on doing publicity for Conan and use the Conan launcher publish their other games. Yes, Scooter, exactly. Exactly. This is actually
exactly what they're doing. Yes.
Speaking of marketing, this is one of the actual good market ideas I've seen from them is to, if you're playing one Funcom game, why not know about all the other Funcom games?
Doesn't make sense. Exactly. It makes perfect sense. It makes a lot of sense. It's really good. Yeah.
And even more so if it's integrated, then it's not damaging as far as like, look, running the launcher, the way they've set it, the way they've integrated into Exiles actually saves you like 3 or 4 clicks versus not having the launcher. And every time you load into Exiles, you have to click the button and then go, I want to go this server, this session, hit play.
Which doesn't sound like a whole bunch. People are like, oh, it's just clicks, whatever. But actually, no, that's a lot. It's a lot more refreshing, I guess, just to be like, put me in there and just you're automatically in. Like, I'm a Conan fan. Sure, I'm going to play Moons of Madness. But
I mean, you might.
But yeah, but here's the catch. If you do play a game from, like, say, I don't know, you're playing Skyrim or something like that. You're playing a Bethesda game. I think Skyrim's Bethesda.
Yeah.
Yes. So you're playing a Bethesda game. You're playing like Skyrim, and then it says, okay, but you know what? Also, we also make Fallout. Like Fallout 4.
Actually, they do have
the same engine. It's the same whatever. They're totally different. They're totally different series. They're totally different genres, but it's a way to basically say, oh well, if you like one of our products, you could very well like you could like our other products.
I feel like with Funcom, that's actually pretty true. They have a pretty good. If you like games with really good writing in general, like all their games, even like Conan included, has actually really good lore if you want to go find it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so if someone is really interested in the Conan lore and how Funcom writes it, they could turn around and
They would probably try Age of Conan. They wanted more MMO Conan stuff, right? More lore.
Dang it.
I would think first. And then,
and then try the park, or maybe people who actually play, who are just trying out Secret World, don't even know that the park or Moods of Madness exist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or someone playing, say, Moods of Madness doesn't know that Secret World exists, or something along that line.
What the shit is this? This is why I'm saying, like, I think it's beta right now, and it's only part of Exiles, mainly because Exiles is integrated in such a way that the launcher is actually beneficial, right? Mm-hmm. The launcher actually means that you have less clicks to get where you want to be in the game.
But also, let's face it,
it's also their biggest title.
Also their biggest game, yeah.
Right, so it's the best way to promote their other games, 100%. Which was actually one of like the first good marketing things probably seen them do.
It's using the leverage of the biggest game you have to
sell
all your other products. Yeah.
Age of Conan, i.e. World of Boobies. Well, isn't Exiles also World of Boobies?
It's a world of other parts.
It's a world of all the parts. All the parts.
It's got the boobies, it's got the danglers, it's got twigs and berries.
I've seen other companies do this. I've seen like maybe not the best example, but I've seen Perfect World do this. I've seen I can't think of another big one off the top of my head, but sort of like Standing Stone Games sort of does this. They have, combination launchers. If you
should try Exiles. It's got a lot of good lore. Like it's not like you don't find floating legends or anything. You do find like pieces of paper and random magical like artifacts and stuff that they have like holograms or ghosts to tell you bits of story. But it's really well written. Like what you find is really well done, and you can play it 100% single player. You don't need a PvP. It's dead, yo. It's dead.
That was quick.
You can play like your own.
That's what
session.
She said.
You can play your own session in Exiles. You can also, when you're playing your own session, because it's your own session, go into admin mode and change things. You can use it essentially like an adult Minecraft, which is actually really fun. Build stuff.
And currently, Conan Exiles Isle of Sipta. That's Conan Exiles, the original, with the Isle of Sipta expansion for Conan Exiles, which is a whole different land. Let me see where it's currently. It's currently on, the best price you could find it on right now is at greenmangaming.com/Conan Exile or / blah 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 blah. I'll just put it right there. Currently at $14.39.
Nice.
Yeah, you can't beat that price.
Together to the next level. I'm looking forward to Dune. Yeah, so the whole reason, by the way, that the whole Tencent thing with Funcom happened is because they were shopping for investors to inject money into Dune. And I think last we talked about it, Dune was looking to be like a $30 or $40 million game.
Yeah.
So expect.
Sorry, that's just the. I have to interject here. The thing that I just did. That's just the Isle of Sipta expansion. That's not the Conan Exiles Plus.
You're.
Well, it's two different games. If you think about it, it's actually, if you get Conan Exiles, you can't play.
But Conan Exiles currently right now also on Green Man Gaming is also only $14.40 as well. It's 64% off.
Nice.
So I mean, it's also at a pretty good price right now too.
Very nice, very nice.
That's the best price.
Best I
I'll
can
link
do.
that one a sec.
Cutting my own throat here.
What do I
Sorry.
have to do to get you into this game today?
Sorry, I interjected there. What were you saying, Jimmy?
Is Conan Exiles playable with the guitar, though? And the answer to that is yes.
Absolutely.
100%. Am I going to do it? Probably not. Is it doable? Yes. I mean, to be the 100% like fair, I had thought of using the Rocksmith cable before, like years ago, right? Because I've had a Rocksmith cable for years, which is a USB to guitar cable.
Mm-hmm.
So of course the idea occurred to me, if I can plug this into my computer,
if I could digitize a guitar signal,
somehow bind the notes to keys. Like I thought of that as a possibility ages ago, but I never really looked too hard into it, and I didn't see anything readily available. When the little effort I did look into it, easily saying, "Oh yeah, just do it this way," right? But I had the idea floating around for literally years. But because I started playing Dark Souls and looking up Dark Souls stuff started showing up on my YouTube. And a streamer by the name of Lobos Jr., who's a pretty well-known Dark Souls streamer, and streamer in general, but I think he's really well-known for Dark Souls content. He did a Dark Souls 1 playthrough on guitar, like super recent. Like I was able to saw some of the YouTube stuff, and I think I caught some of it live. Like he finished it like maybe a couple of weeks ago or something. But he did Dark Souls 1 on guitar, and I watched like all of it. All of it. It was like 7 like 3-hour videos or something. Like it was freaking great. And so is one of his community members that actually wrote the program that binds the frequencies to keys.
Okay.
Since the person wrote it, he's like, well, I gotta use it. Right? So I was like, well, since I saw this, I gotta do this now. And so the first experiment was Ghastly Valentine with acoustic guitar and my mic, but I knew I wanted to go electric guitar and actually, get it set up right. Now that you've tried it, do you think it's actually Finn for you? What is Finn? Do you mean, is it fun? Are you trying to say fun, or I'm assuming that's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Is it fun for you doing something like Hellenbach? Yeah. Yeah, I find challenging things to be fun. I mean, I can get frustrated in the moment sometimes, or at the end of it be like, what the hell was I thinking? It's been 2 hours and now it's 3 a.m. But that's part of the fun. I think my fun always has
the frustration is the fun, right?
Yeah, I think my fun tends to have a bit of a masochistic trend to it.
Mm-hmm.
Amber
somehow got himself stuck in Agartha there, by the way.
Yeah.
No, there's just a special spot there. I know about that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know about that.
Old news.
Oh, fine. Jeez.
But yeah, I think if you've ever, like Scooter was saying, like you want to see me rage, like watch me play stuff on Fridays when I'm drinking, and while that's true, playing FPS is a good way to rage. Also, I think I'm one of those few people who you will see in the middle of something like awful happening, just crack up laughing, right? Like I also find those things like entertaining, and sometimes I just like I'll like turn a corner and someone just like headshots me. I'm like, oh man, like okay, you got me. I'm not like constantly like, oh, I lost, so I'm mad, right? Like I'll get frustrated at certain things, but I find humor in my own death, or especially like depending on how it happened or whatever. So. Yeah, I definitely think have masochistic tendencies for game playing. Must be some reward hormone kind of action. Probably. I mean, I think that's how Dark Souls works as a game.
Yeah.
Dark Souls just beats you into the ground, and when you finally win, you're like, yes, I beat one guy, and you're like, I gotta go do it again. And shit, you die like 4 times, you know. And then
it kind of is what makes
it's a whole genre of games now.
Yeah,
that it's kind of spawned because like there's a set of people that really appeals to.
I kind of want to also say it's sort of like the investigation missions here in Secret World themselves.
Sure.
Like the investigation missions, like if you weren't using a guide, if you weren't using anything, and you were literally just trying to figure out the answer, some of them can take forever to figure out. Some of them are just they're mind bending. They're they can be really tricky at times. But when you solve them, when you figure them out, like just that pure dopamine hit you get from just your success of doing it is.
I mean, just think of it like climbing a mountain or something, right? Like you get to the top and you're like, yes, I got to the top. It's any kind of achievement is like that. And I think especially for certain people, it's like a rush. You know, you want like the next harder achievement.
Like I specifically remember in the original Secret World there was an investigation mission, and part of the clue I forget what mission it was. It's not in Legends, but it was an investigation mission or is it in Legends? I'm not. I forget.
I don't think an investigation mission got left out.
It was one that took place in London. It was in the London area. And part of the clue was
no, you're right. It was the mission for the surgeon guy.
Yes,
the guy that will reconstruct your face.
But I remember that it's
the Frankenstein mission.
Yeah. But the clue was like at one point the clue was like, oh, you find a business card with a phone number on it.
Yeah.
And so I started like, okay, it's got a phone number on it. So I started like searching around the game world trying to find a telephone that would like activate so I could make the phone call from the telephone. And then after like searching like through Kingsmith and searching through like, a whole bunch of other places, like here in New York, a whole bunch, and not finding anything, it dawned on me, holy crap. They want me to actually pick up my own phone and call this phone number.
Yep. They did too.
And it was a phone number in London.
Yep, it's a UK number, and it played like the tones, right? And then you had to like
and like and then it was like, no, this can't be it. And I actually physically called the phone number, and sure enough, it was like, blah 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 blah, and then it just had like the do 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 or something, and that corresponded to the answer for the mission, and I was holy crap. What?
Yeah, Secret World's nuts.
I was like, what game would make me call an international number to do? And maybe that's why that one's not in the game. I don't know. Maybe I don't know why that one was not brought back. But
in reference to Scooter's thing earlier, it wasn't at your birthday. It was my birthday. It was my birthday last Saturday.
Yes, indeed.
41.
Okay.
In case anyone was curious.
In case anyone's counting. One away from 42. But but
next year I will be the answer to the question.
To everything.
Life,
universe, and everything.
That's right.
Yep.
But that my example there was like
bring a towel.
Like when I solved that part of the mission without having to look it up or anything, like when you solve that sort of thing, you just get such a hit of like, holy crap, that was so hard.
Oh yeah.
And so you do just that's why we give itself. That's why we give ourselves these challenges, because we enjoy the frustration, we enjoy that difficulty.
I mean, I try and take challenges that I think are achievable. I will say that.
Oh yeah,
I've seen people recommend like insane stuff on the Discord. Like, do this. I'm like, no, go away. Like,
Yeah.
that's not. But
Dark Souls is like that. Dark Souls is a game that is hard, but
it's passable.
But
You
can beat it
through many, many deaths.
Yeah. Just because you die 1,000 times doesn't mean that it's not beatable.
7 times 6.
No.
No.
That's the question.
No, because is it wrong?
The question is, what is 7 times 6? Because the answer is 42. But the reason that's the question is because of the ship of fools that crashed into Earth and populated it with hairdressers and cable TV repairmen. There's a complicated backstory there. The Earth was a biological computer to compute the question.
No, I got that. I've read through all of Douglas Adams.
Did you read Ship of Fools though? Do you remember that part? Or do you remember it?
I may not remember it.
So a planet was dying, and they sent off ships of the people, and they put all the dumbasses they didn't want on one ship. Right? All the vapid people they put on one ship, and that ship went off course and crashed into Earth. And they ended up wiping out the apes, and so the computer basically got infected with a dumb virus. And so when they do because Arthur Dent reaches into a Scrabble bag and randomly picks out things because the question is supposed to be in the answers in or the question's in his brain essentially, right? Because he was the last part of the thing.
Yes.
And he randomly pulls out the thing and it spells out 7 times 6.
But that's the thing is that the actual question, the question that they actually asked was, what do you get if you multiply 6 by 9? The thing that's 42 is the answer is it's actually the wrong answer.
No, it was 7 times 6.
No, it's 6 by 9.
No.
I just brought up a wiki here just to confirm this. And a point that he made was that it has been noted that in base 13, 6 multiplied by 9 will equal 42. And Douglas Adam later joked, I don't make jokes in base 13. So that is the ultimate. It's the ultimate answer is 42, but it just goes to figure out the ultimate question. Yeah. But the ultimate question is, what do you get if you multiply 6 by 9?
So not only is it dumb, right? It's just a math thing, but it's also wrong. Reason it's wrong is because the other ship of dumb people crashed into Earth.
Yes, yeah. So it still makes sense, but yes.
Yeah. 42. So yeah, anyways, one year, and I will achieve 42ness.
Yes, Armored Scooter. The books are fantastic, and actually, I've said this before.
You haven't read the books?
I've said this before, but one of the best versions of the books is an anthology that has all of them together. Simply because of the introduction. There's an introduction in the anthology that is written by Douglas Adams where he later on looks back on it and explains why he wrote all the books in the first place. There was a pivotal event that happened that he wrote all the books in the first place. And he looks back and he explains that event that transpired. And it's, as far as I know, it's only in the foreword to the anthology that he wrote that.
Wait, is that the one with the eating someone else's biscuits? No.
It's one where he was actually on a hitchhiking through Europe, and he stopped to ask someone directions on where to go, and the person who he just happened to ask was blind and deaf, and he was like, "Oh, sorry." So he went to the next person that he found, and he tried to ask them directions, not being familiar with the language as well. But he went to the next person and tried to ask them where he could get directions to, and that person was also blind and deaf. And he's like, well, this is weird. So he went to a third person nearby, and that person was also blind and deaf. At which point he said that he basically just went straight to the pub and got drunk, because what are the chances of doing that? And he said if he had not learned of the fact that there happened to be in that town a blind and deaf convention going on,
he would have forever been like, there's this town somewhere that's all blind and deaf people.
Right. And there just happened to be a blind and deaf convention going on. And what are the chances? Because just what are the odds of just hitting up 3 random people in the world, and each one of those people being blind and deaf? That it's such a such an impossible chance.
There's another one where it's a story about like waiting at like a train station, sitting at a table next to someone, and like it's opening up like a bag of crisps or something, biscuits, crisps, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Opening up a bag and taking one, and then the person like sitting across from him or whatever, like reaches over and takes one, and like his internal like what? How would you do that? Like, why would you do that? What kind of person does that? And then they just alternate taking their one. Like he takes one, and eats it, and the other guy takes one and eats it, like back and forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, as it goes on, he's like more and more like infuriated that someone could do this. And then finally, like the train's coming, and they're getting up to leave, and like he moves his paper, and his bag is under his paper. He's been the other guy the whole time. And he's like, somewhere out there, someone has the other half of this story where they're like, this guy just opened up my bag of stuff and just started eating it. So I was like, screw him. And I was like, I'm going to eat it. Like, it's freaking amazing. Because you can only imagine like the other person had that same or similar thought pattern running through their head. Like, what the hell kind of person does
What the hell kind of person?
And because they're English, they just calmly sat there and
they're just really polite about it. That's amazing. It's incredible. But yeah, no, it's so that just the pure right. That's just that moment of like perspective where it's like, what the heck is everyone else thinking?
I really like
the improbability. That's why improbability is basically in the crust of everything about Douglas Adams.
Wasn't it the Dirk Gently stuff, which got made into a TV series, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Dirk Gently, that's really good TV series. I think that was the one where like it has the guy that doesn't know that he's like Thor. Like he's never had a day without rain.
Okay.
He's never had a day without rain. Like he doesn't believe other people, and other people don't believe him. Like that it always rains. Like he's never seen it not rain because the rain loves him because he's Thor. Like he just doesn't know it. Like he's like a descendant or whatever and has like inherited it. Like he's essentially Thor, but he's this angry business guy that constantly it's just always raining wherever he is. He's always furious and has visions in his head of like Vikings and bloodshed. But it's just because he's Thor and the rain clouds love him. He's God of Thunder. Like it's he wrote such great shit.
Oh like, God, yeah. That's why I even say like, you know, I've seen the movies.
The books are amazing.
The movies are okay, but the books are incredible. Which I mean, you can say that about a lot of movies, but
I think the last movie was really good, mostly because he was directly involved in it and wrote new stuff for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the most recent Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy,
which is the one with like Alan Rickman and
John Malkovich. The whole part of John Malkovich didn't exist. He wrote that for John Malkovich, which is just great. Like any new material, any new Adams material is amazing.
Mm-hmm. No, that's why I said like, yeah, I've read all of his stuff. No, I have. That is I'm not going to say I'm the most ambitious reader. There are people who read a lot more than I do, for sure. But No, his stuff is absolutely well worth it. Hands down.
So it's not normal unless maybe you have a thyroid problem, in which case you should probably get that checked out. Like that is an actual legit reason, other than like a storybook reason. Like the only legit reason to have visions of bloodshed in your head is generally a thyroid issue.
Or
it's pumping too much.
Or you've been playing
or maybe
too much Valheim.
methamphetamines. I don't know. But yeah. My brother had a thyroid problem when he was really, really young. Like he was like in his teens, which is super uncommon. Like normally you don't have thyroid problems in your teens.
Right.
But he got like skinny as a rail because his thyroid was in super overdrive. And so he would have like visions of all kinds of crazy shit. And when they finally took him to the doctors and they did a test, they're like, oh my God, you've essentially been clinically insane for the last month. Like he had to get his thyroid irradiated, and then a year later it grew back. He had to get irradiated again. Like,
I guess it would make sense. Like if your body is in overdrive, then your thoughts and whatnot would also be too, to try to be like, this is normal. This is normal.
The thyroid at that point is pumping so much adrenal.
Yeah.
That you're essentially in like perma combat mode.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just sitting at home, like doing homework, and his brain is in like you're in the middle of Vietnam in the shit kind of mode, right? Like his adrenal gland is like gone through the roof. So yeah, it was like he would be scared to go to sleep. Like he was constantly scared to go to sleep because he had constant like bloody nightmares. Not a fun thing.
Yeah, that's something that you actually want to wish on people.
Yeah. So the real life version of that is not fun. But it's kind of funny to think of Thor not knowing he's Thor. But sadly, I do know that the real life version is not like all it's cracked up to be. Do we want to run a raffle?
We can.
Okay.
What is the raffle we're going to be running?
Well, it can be for a choice. I
need to open up more lockboxes.
Evil laugh.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Or if someone would like a Serengeti courser. So a laugh or like a zebra, basically. Whoever wins can pick.
Okay. And then we're going to use Ember's special. Ember's, damn it. Waffles special. Dang it. Once a stream.
Waffle.
I get it wrong.
Oh
Waffles.
Man, it was Cattoon Day on Cartoon Network for April Fool. There's cats everywhere.
no storage space. Jimmy never has storage. He plays inventory Tetris.
No, I have storage. That's the thing.
All right, you got to type in !join to get.
But also, he already has those things.
And there's Hollow Point.
Hey, Hollow Point.
Slide it into the raffle.
I forgot to add in the audio. Oops. Oh well.
It's okay. It just would have been like.
It'd be echo.
Wait, so for actually no reason?
On music.
You bastard.
Type exclamation point join. Evil laugh. That's the one I would choose.
I mean, if you already have, you might want to zero.
Also true.
Echo static ASMR stream.
Or are we all echoing as well?
Are we echoing to other or also to stream?
I thought just us.
Do you guys echo That's the question I have.
Do you hear an echo? Is this an ASMR stream?
No, you don't know.
I know, but for everybody else.
The echoless ember. The waffle. Damn it. God damn it. We're gonna buy you a name change token.
Who's gonna win?
Hollow Point.
It's like Hollow Point.
It is Hollow Point. Congrats, Hollow Point.
Yeah, type in chat Hollow Point. Can be a letter. Just type in chat. Hurry. You got 20 seconds. Yay.
What would you like? I would like Echoing.
Drives you insane. Hey, there we go.
So yeah, you want the evil laugh or the zebra? Up to you. Rename
script to exclamation point give Hollow Point. Evil laugh, please.
No, we just have an exclusion. It just says if Jet J no win.
If not Hollow Point, make Hollow Point. How did
the
he do
Serengeti Courser? It looks like a zebra. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other one's flamingo striped. I have that one. Well, I don't have that one to give away, but I have that one. Here, look. Tell me this doesn't look like a zebra.
Yeah, it looks like a zebra.
It's called the Serengeti Courser, but it looks like a damn zebra. So I'm saying zebra.
I mean, if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck.
It's obviously a chicken.
Yep.
Yeah, it's from the South Africa one or something. I think it's the tribal cache, right?
I think so.
Yeah, tribal cache. There's also the flamingo version. Have you not seen the flamingo version, Zen? Here, I'll put the flamingo.
Yeah,
and
tribal
what's
cache.
funny is the flamingo one is called flamingo striped zebra. Same thing in a different color pattern, and the damn thing is called flamingo striped zebra. But the zebra pattern one is called Serengeti Courser.
What is a courser? Let's see. It's just defined as a swift horse.
Yeah, it's a Serengeti horse, but it's a freaking zebra. And this isn't called Flamingo Serengeti Courser. It's called Flamingo Striped Zebra. So I think I'm justified in calling the other one a zebra.
But zebras are... I had to check this out. I was like, wait, are zebras horses? Zebras are closely related to horses, but they're not the same species.
There's Hollow Point.
I don't know. So if Oxford defines courser as a swift horse and zebras are not the same species as horses. What the heck? Most people do not use sprints like that, except Direwolf, who uses the Canadians thing.
There's a streamer right now that's fairly new that's using the Lava Horse one, Diabolic Warhorse, like pretty consistently. Death Blooms is a newer streamer. In fact, there's another person too. Sif the Reaper and Death Blooms are both streamers that are fairly new. I think they've both just reached City of the Sun God. They're playing together. Let me see. Let me see real quick. Waffle. I'll find the link, or you can put it up or something. That's the one person, and the other one is this. Yeah. So yeah, there's a few more people, and I've been seeing a bunch of people. In fact, when I was doing my guitar playthrough, I ran into people who are messing up missions for me. There's so many new people running around. I was like, God damn it! They went ahead. Like someone went ahead of me and cleared out the area.
Actually, I was finding that too. I was going through Tokyo and find that I had been having to wait for some respawns.
Yeah, the game is, I think, more active than some people give it credit for. Honestly,
I think it kind of always is. There's always new people finding it and going like, "What is this? This is some hidden gem." Which again, bring it back. The new launcher that they're kind of forcing on everybody who plays Conan Exiles might help in getting more people to see that Secret World is a thing.
Why you gotta be showing me naked on the stream? Like literally go to the exact part where I'm showing them the clothing bug. That's crazy.
It's just a random point that I picked.
Mm-hmm.
No bearing whatsoever.
No prior research. No bookmark.
No well-known time point.
Yeah, as we were all hanging out on that rooftop, just like messing around for a while, and then I went and we did the Ankh dungeon. Took him through the Ankh dungeon. Where I mostly didn't do anything because if I hit anything, it just died. Yeah, then Sif the Reaper is another one that's been playing. I know he like streams some other stuff. But look at that, he's been playing Control as well. But yeah, he's been playing Secret World as well.
But hey, I don't know if we can even do our small part to get more people into the game that we love. Even if they don't pay us,
it's the right game you went on there.
We're just watching someone else's stream through our stream.
Yeah, there it is. There's a Secret World. There's this Final Fantasy.
I was saying, I think you can see it playing Final Fantasy 14.
I'm like, yeah, that doesn't look like Secret World.
That's a game that I haven't played much, Final Fantasy 14, but
but he was on the Discord with us. We were doing stuff today, so he's still playing Secret World as well. He really just wants to get to Transylvania. He wants to see the vamps and werewolves, I think.
Yes.
But
let people find the game by themselves. It's the first puzzle. The first investigation.
I mean,
mission.
that kind of feels like what it's been like, to be perfectly honest. Like for real. That joke cuts a little close to home, okay?
You do kind of wonder. You do kind of want to stop and ask all these new people. You're like, hey, where did you find it? Where did you hear about this? Was it some streamer?
What's funny is a lot of people have been like, either I don't see anyone streaming it, or I saw like one person like 2 days ago, and so they're like, oh, I'm going to stream this because no one's streaming it, and I'm like, yeah, there is. They're just not all. They're just not like enough where you see it like all the time.
Yeah.
Like even me, like I stream it regularly and consistently, but it's like 3 days a week in 3-hour blocks. So it's not like I'm streaming like 10-hour days, right? Because I don't have the time to do that, and I don't do it. I used to stream it 7 days a week, And that just, at some point, I was streaming twice a day, 7 days a week. And
I remember you doing that.
I just burnt, like, I did that for like a year or two. I did morning streams and evening streams 7 days a week, like forever. And burnt the shit out of myself.
That will happen, and I'm like, I find in myself, I'm very easily burnt out, especially on games. That's why I jump around so much, because I found that that's what makes me enjoy it so much more.
I don't burn out on the game, but I definitely burned out on the whole no sleep and no time to do anything.
That will do it too.
And I have kids, and then you know,
mm-hmm.
They got a little older, and now there's like, you know, they're not just sleeping. So situation kind of changed. I'm sure at some point it'll go back the other way. At some point they'll get a little bit more older, right? And then it'll be like, they're fine. I can go do this for longer. But that's not
what usually happens. Yep.
I'll be streaming Secret World when I'm like 80 or something.
Hey.
It is
nothing wrong with that.
I think a couple older ladies, like grandmothers, that do that, or not Secret World, but they stream
Skyrim.
Well, there's actually a fair number of older people, significantly older than me, that stream, that maybe not stream Secret World, but play Secret World. I'm pretty sure there's like some 70 or 80-year-olds currently that play the game. They're not streaming or anything, but they're playing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Do we have I know it's getting late. Do we have any other stuff?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Once we hit it in there. I'll say, so which is worse? We're just supposed to put it out there. Which is worse? Ember's inventory or the sheer amount of lockbox keys that I have that I haven't used?
His inventory. It's not even a question. At any point you could use the keys. There, right? Like, there's no cap that I'm aware of.
No.
And here's something to haunt your dreams.
God, why? Why? The scariest part.
It's horrifying.
Coming to get you, Jimmy.
Should see my inventory from Test Live. I have 500 slots on Test Live. It's all full of shit.
The worst is Jimmy actually doing Lava Game with a fracking guitar. No, that's awesome. That's not scary.
Wait, man, why is that? Oh, why is that the worst?
That's certainly not the worst.
You can't even do it with a mouse and keyboard. Set your sprint to sprint 2. I literally had a really old player from the original game come back like this week, and I was talking with them, and they kind of said the same thing. Like, screw you and your Lava Game. Like, I just spent like X amount of time like trying it. I couldn't get it.
I would say, but yeah, you have to remember that it is designed for the zone in which it is in. So if it's in, it's in the very first zone. It's in Kingsmith.
Well, yeah, it's that they don't design any of maybe Tokyo, but most stuff isn't designed for higher sprints. Like, it's just not.
Or at least not purchasable sprint. At what point does it stop? Like 3?
Yeah, no, 4. I think 4 is still. I think 5 and 6 are Aurum. I think 4 is still marks.
So I think the ones that you have to use marks for, they at least put it up to there, maybe. But like Kingsmith, you would only have sprint 1 or 2. So
yeah. By the way, you can do Lava Game with sprint 1. I've done it. Icy Claws was level 4. I just ran right at it, and it got it first try. Doing nothing else in the game. Just ran right to the scrapyard, first try, sprint 1. You can do it. Sprint 2 is nicer, though. You don't have to get your jumps like timed perfect.
I bought Sprint 6 for my main, and gee, that's just too fast. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
like Sprint 6 is gonna like mess you up on. It's possible to do it, but especially if you have any kind of lag at all, it's way harder to control, and you're more likely to desync and break the achievement.
Kayats with Sprint 1. Well, Kayats, I think they're assuming that you would have at least
4. But also, Kayats is less about the speed and more about the knowledge of where the cats are.
And also, it's in Transylvania. It's in
yeah. I was just saying, like, most stuff is designed with like not Sprint 6 in mind. I'd say
it's in Carpathian Fangs.
4.
Yeah.
Even Cataphile, I'm pretty sure you can do with a lower sprint. You might need like Flicker or Teleport or something. But I mean, I think my achievement video for Cataphile, I actually died, rezzed, sat there doing this for a second, thinking whether I had time to finish it or not, and then went and did it and still got it in the time limit. Cataphile is not the time crunch that it appears to be. At least if you know the shortcuts. But yeah, the main thing for Lava Game, don't go higher than Sprint 2. Do Sprint 2 and watch one of my videos for the route. So at least you know the route.
Right, yeah. Knowing the route itself is pretty key.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just guess it, but...
Well, I've seen people go the other way.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't. And people used to do that in TSW as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the other way isn't intended. Like, I think I got that confirmed actually by the devs, because I made a map of the route, and they're like, yeah, that's the way you're supposed to go. So I actually got it confirmed. But people used to go the other way, like counterclockwise, even back in TSW. But that only worked because some of the ground is glitched. Like, you actually land on the ground to go that way, which doesn't make any sense. The whole point is not to land on the ground. But the ground by like the little shack or something is glitched.
Kind of extends upwards a little bit, yeah.
You can stand on it, and it doesn't break it.
Other way around. I don't know. Whenever I do it, I always feel like the ground around me is sort of like much higher than it should be. It's like I landed on that thing.
Yeah, that is actually not because of height. That's because the server thought the server was still predicting you moving forward for a second. And then it puts you back, but it already triggered the fact that you broke the achievement. Essentially, you ran off the edge as far as it was concerned, which is why higher sprints are bad. Because with server prediction, it's
guessing that you go much further
at a certain rate, right? So if it's predicting you moving forward at sprint 4 for like a half second, is further than predicting you moving forward at sprint 2 for a half second. So like you have a buffer. The faster your sprint speed is, like the further it's predicting you out, and it's going to break it a lot faster. No sprinting run through. I mean, to be honest, my 28-hour marathon run with the Jimmy mode was basically a no sprint for the most part. I mean, my controls kept flipping. I kept having to walk backwards half the damn time. That's the slowest run ever. Like I'm running sideways because the only directional key that works is forward, and forward is saying left. So I'm like running left and turning my camera, so I'm going the direction I want to go. And then all the time it would be like, oh, the only key that works is forwards, but it makes you walk backwards. Like, oh, I guess I got to turn around and walk backwards the direction I want to go.
I hate jumps in this game, and by association, I hate the jump in Ankh on last boss. Boss. I don't know why I said that weird.
Did you actually mean to do an old school Secret World original game run through? Yeah, I don't want to do that though. I don't want to. I don't think that's necessary. The game, Secret World is the Secret World. Like it's Legends as far as I'm concerned. Like, I appreciated the game when it was around, the original incarnation, but this isn't like a sequel. It's the same game. It just got rebooted. I have no interest in going back.
Especially not for this story. It's the same story.
No, I still have the debuff, by the way, Scooter. I've done multiple other things. I did Dark Agartha with the I think I recorded it. I haven't put it up anywhere. But I did Dark Agartha with Jimmy mode. Yeah.
Oh no.
He still got it. Like I still go on him sometimes and run stuff.
Be like, just tell him to give you a random object. See if they can make a random object that just activates it.
I mean, we have things like that. Like I have a T-shirt cannon, right? In Test Live, we had an object in Test Live to randomize the Dark Agartha seed. Right? So instead of randomizing every day, you just use the item and it randomizes the Dark Agartha.
Of course, yeah, I'm just armchair developing here, but I'm like, how hard could it be to just make an object that gives you a buff? I don't know. It's certainly armchair because it's like, yeah, it could actually be hard. I don't know.
Anyways, I think Waffle's got to get going.
Yeah,
like 20 minutes ago.
Okay. All right. Good point. Good point. Agents, this has been the 0 Point Report, strain 39-GFL, which I made stand for guitar floor is lava. GFL.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought it was
I was
good
wondering where
luck.
you're going with that.
Good fucking luck.
Good effing luck. You can catch us recording live every other Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on the 0 Point Report Twitch channel, where you can also chat with us and join us while we do the show live. Or download our show wherever podcasts are found so you can listen to us on the go. Jimmy, where can we find you online?
JimmyTheRabbit.com. Jimmy the Rabbit. Actually, twitch.tv/JimmyTheRabbit and youtube.com/JimmyTheRabbit and @1JimmyTheRabbit on Twitter.
I actually just looked it up while we've been streaming to see that other Jimmy the Rabbit, and yeah, no, it's infuriating. It's
What other Jimmy the Rabbit?
The one that actually has just @JimmyTheRabbit on Twitter.
Oh yeah, it's annoying shit.
It's infuriating.
One post, one follow,
One
like
post.
9 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and they won't give it to me. I got an actual response, an actual petition went through.
Maybe if we just report the account.
Yeah, can everyone report that account as abusive?
If we just at the same time just get everyone to report the account, maybe they'll.
No, then they'll be locked up for longer.
No, they just might just get locked. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't just have them just get rid of the name. Anyway,
report it from impersonation.
We could.
Actually,
Waffle.
what you could do is do a trademark, then go after
Copyright infringement.
Yeah, do a trademark infringement. Yeah.
I went through the proper process
like
for the 8th time or something, and actually got like a more legitimate thing this time.
Okay.
So essentially, it was like
Tough
the
luck.
answer was we're not
We can't do that.
we're not unlocking old personal accounts or something like that. Like they recognized my claim, but they still weren't going to do it. So
That's sucks.
say la vie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waffle, 2-ton Waffle. Where can we find you online?
Same on Twitter at 2-ton waffle. That's the number 2. And here on Twitch, same thing, 2-ton waffle.
And I'm Ocho, and you can find me both on Twitter and here on Twitch at Big Mikey Ocho. You can get in touch with us by engaging with the show on Twitter at 0 Point Report, emailing us at the 0pointreport@gmail.com, checking out previous shows on our YouTube channel, and joining us on our Discord server, both named the 0 Point Report. So from all of us here at the 0 Point Report, we want to thank you for tuning in and wish you all the best from the secret world. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye, all.
Later.